Tell me like a Hellcat.
Hey everybody, what is going on? Welcome back to the channel. Before this video starts, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. In this video, I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick I came up with the other day. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it, and I'm not going to talk too much, just let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay guys, so before the trick even started, I would go ahead and take these cards and just give them a quick shuffle just like this. Just to show you there's no particular order to these cards at all. They can be completely mixed up. I have no say in how these cards are mixed up. So now I just want the spectator to name a completely random number. Let's say they say 21 in this case. It doesn't really matter what the number is, just a number between 1 and 52. So let's just say they go with 21. Okay, remember that number. We'll get back to it later. Now what I want you to do is, we're not going to be choosing a card yet, but you'll be seeing what we do here in a second. So go ahead and just call it stop whenever you want. Say right here. Okay, again, remember, you're not choosing a card yet. We're just going to lay these top 3 cards that you cut to down right here. And we may be getting back to them in a little while. Just for right now, we're going to leave these cards right here. Just know you could have said stop literally anywhere in the middle of this deck. So now, I would hand the cards over to the spectator, and they could go ahead and give these cards a quick shuffle if they wanted to, just like that. And I would just show you, look, you completely mixed up these cards however you wanted. I have had no say in how they are mixed up. You completely shuffled them. I have no idea the order of these cards, and nor do you. These are completely mixed up. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to spread through, and I just want you to literally touch any card you want. So as I spread through here, just literally touch any card. Let's say they touch this card right here, okay? And I'm just going to look away. Remember this card. I don't want to see it. Just remember this card, and we're going to go ahead and place it on the deck. And I'll hand it over to the spectator, and they can shuffle their cards up yet again. So I have not seen your card, and now you, the spectator, are shuffling these cards. So there's no way I can know where your card is or what it is. So now the spectator has completely shuffled up this deck of cards. So now your card is completely lost in the middle of the deck, and I don't know what it is, but I'm going to try and find it. I'm going to get 2 or 3 chances, and if I, the magician, cannot find the card, we're going to see if these cards that you stopped at can help us find out what your card is. So I'm going to go ahead and just give me a few attempts. If I get it wrong, we'll come to these cards to try and help me find out what your card is. So I'm going to start looking here. Let's see. I think I found it. I'm going to go with the Queen of Diamonds. Was that your card? It wasn't? Okay, hang on. Let me get another chance here. I think I found it. Okay, I'm confident about this one this time. The 10 of Diamonds. 10 of Diamonds wasn't your card. Okay, so I obviously can't find it, so I think it's safe for these cards to try and help us out here. So again, I said you pick these 3 cards. It could have been any 3 cards. You could have said stop, but hopefully they'll be able to help us find out what your card is. So we have the 7 of Hearts, the first one. The second one is the 7 of Diamonds, and the third one here is the 7 of Spades. So I can only assume that these cards are telling me that your card is the 7 of Clubs, the only missing 7. It is the 7 of Clubs. Okay, so as you can see, you in this case did that. You stopped at these cards. So in this case, you have found out what your own card is, and not me. So I'm not a good magician in this case. But I'm going to try and redeem myself. I'm going to try and find your card. Now, I could go through face up and find your card. So that's why I'm going to try and do this face down. Okay, so the cards are spread out in front of me. These are not marked cards or anything. It's a completely normal deck. And I'm going to try and find your card. I'm getting a sense that it is this one right here. Okay, that is not the 7 of Clubs. Hang on. Let me try again. How about this one? No? Okay, one more chance. Go with this one. It is not. Okay, I'll tell you what. If you were able to find out what your card was before, so maybe now you can find out where it is. So what was that number you said earlier? 21? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, the 7 of Clubs. That was the trick, guys, and now how to do it. Okay guys, so here is the tutorial for the trick that you just saw. So this is a fun trick I just kind of played around with, trying to find out a way to make this all work, and I really like this. I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So you're going to start off by pulling out any 4 of a kind you want. I just chose the 7s. You can literally choose any 4 of a kind in the deck. It really doesn't matter. I just kind of like to try and choose something random. Like, I don't really want to use the 4 aces because that can definitely feel like it's all being forced. So I just like to use just kind of number cards or face cards. It's not really anything that'll like you would usually use in a 4 of a kind trick. So just any random cards, but it really doesn't matter. So you're going to go ahead and you're going to choose whichever one you want to be the card that they choose. So I'm going to go with the 7 of clubs like I did in the performance. And it's just literally going to go anywhere in the middle of the deck. It does not matter. And these other 3 are going to go on top of the deck just like that. So now you are completely set up. You can go ahead and say, okay, so I'm going to go ahead and give these cards a quick shuffle. And go ahead and shuffle up the cards just like that. And now what you're going to do is you're going to do a Riffle Force so you can force those 3 7s. If you guys want the full pattern of this trick, just keep rewatching the performance till you have it memorized. But basically, you're just going to, you have these 7s on top. You're going to swing cut other cards on top, catch a break just like that, and then you're going to Riffle Force. If you guys don't know how to Riffle Force, it's essentially just call it stop whenever you want, and it doesn't matter where they say stop. You just kind of pick up at the break just like that. So you're forcing those 3 7s. But if you guys need an in-depth tutorial, I will leave a link in the description where you guys can learn the Riffle Force. So you're going to cut that to the top just like that, and you're just going to whoa, I dropped some cards slipped right there. So what you're going to do is you're just going to lay down 1, 2, 3 cards they stopped at. In this case, just the 4 7s, or the 3 7s. So you you force the 3 7s here, and you say, okay, we're going to get back to these later. And also beforehand, I forgot to mention that before the trick even starts, you're going to have them name a number. So in this case, let's just say 15. So any number between 1 and 52 will work. So remember 15, don't forget 15, and make sure they don't forget 15. 3 cards here. Now what you're going to do is have them shuffle up the cards, so spectator can take these cards and give them a quick shuffle just like that. And now you're going to spread through and be like, okay, you completely shuffled up these cards. And whenever you're doing that, you're looking for that other 7. So they shuffle up these cards and you're looking for that 7, saying, okay, so here it is right here. So what you're going to do is after you find that 7, you're just showing them all the cards are mixed up. You're just going to count 1, 2, 3, 4. And now you're just going to show the cards just like this and then cut that 7 to being into the now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th position, just like that. So now that 7 is in the 5th position. So now what you're going to do is you're going to do what's a spread force. So this is kind of a variation. I learned this from Spidey Hypnosis. Really cool magician, definitely check him out. But this is a really cool force. So what you're going to do is you're going to spread off 3 cards saying, okay, so I'm going to spread through the cards just like this, and I'm going to have you touch anyone. And whenever you spread these 3 out, you're going to spread these 2 cards out just like this, and now you're going to bring your hands together. So that 5th card is the card you're going to force. Now whenever you bring your hands together, your thumb's going to stay on that card, but your fingers are going to contact that 7 right there, and now it's going to pull it underneath these 5 cards just like that. And now you're just going to start spreading on top of it just like that, saying, okay, I just want you to touch any card. And let's say they just touched this one. It doesn't matter. What you're going to do is whenever you square up, you're going to move that 7 to the bottom just like that. And now you're just going to show this whole packet saying, okay, this is the card you've chosen. I'm going to look away. You memorize this card. Now whenever they memorize this card, you're going to lay it just like that. And now you can again have the spectator completely shuffle up the cards just like that. So the spectator can go ahead and shuffle up these cards. So now that the cards are shuffled, what you're going to do is say, okay, I'm going to try and find your card. So you're going to spread through, and you're going to explain that I'm going to try and find your card. I'm going to get 1 or 2 chances. And if I can't find it, we're going to use these 3 cards to try and help me. So you're going to spread through and look for that 7. So I'm spreading through, I'm spreading through, I'm spreading through. I don't see it. So I finally find it. It's really close to the top here. Now, you're going to want to have at least more cards than the number they named earlier. So they named 15. And there's clearly not 15 cards on top of the 7. And I need at least 15 cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to backtrack, grab a huge chunk of cards here. And now I'm going to cut it here saying, okay, I think I found it. So you're going to cut that here. And you're going to square up. So now what you've done is you've put a whole chunk of cards on top of that 7. And now you're going to show this bottom card. So what you did was you move cards where you need them, but at the same time you're just going to show this card saying, is this your card? And they're going to say, no. You're going to say, oh, it's not? Okay. And you're going to say, well, let me get another chance. So now there is obviously an option that you wouldn't have had to cut this. Let's just go ahead and say that you never had to cut the deck. That 7 was already right there and you had enough cards. So now what you're going to do is you're just going to say, okay, 7. So now when you find that 7, you're going to count it as 1. And now you're going to literally count as many cards as the number they said earlier. So you found that 7, so you're going to count it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So now you have 15. So now you're going to take that next card and you're going to cut it to the bottom just like that. Say, okay, I think I found it. The 8 of hearts. And they're going to say no. So now, that card, their card's in the 15th position. So you don't want to move it from there. But if you guys want to just kind of keep screwing up, what you can do is just pull out a random card underneath, and then what I like to do just keep it consistent is put it on the bottom and say, is that your card? So get it wrong 2 or 3 times, and they're going to be like, no, that's not my card. You're going to be like, okay, well, I guess it's time for these cards to help. So now you're going to take these 3 cards that they stopped at, and you're just going to say, okay, 7 of diamonds, 7 of spades, 7 of hearts. So I can only assume that your card is the missing 7, the 7 of clubs. You're going to be like, yes, you're going to be like, okay. So now I'm going to try and find your card. Now, trick is pretty much done by this point. Their card is in the 15th position, so you're just going to spread out the cards just like this, saying, okay, so we're going to try and find your card. And what I like to do is I know it's in this upper half. I know it's in the upper 15 cards. I know that. So I don't take a card and mess up the order or accidentally actually take out their card. What I like to do is kind of go to the bottom and try and pretend to find their card. So you're going to say, I messed up with finding out what it was, but now I'm going to try and find out where it is by going face down just like this. Now I'm going to try and find it. You're going to mess up a few times. Is it here? Okay, that's not it. And you're just going to screw up a few times. You're just going to pull some cards from the bottom, and you're going to screw up a few times. And I like to kind of put them back at the bottom, but it doesn't matter what you do. And you're going to say, okay, clearly this is not looking good for me. And you're going to kind of recall. You're going to kind of remind them, hey, didn't you choose a number? What was that number? And they're going to say 15. So now their cards are in the 15th position. The trick is done. Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And the 15th card will be that 7. And then the trick is done from there, guys. Really fun, gets great reactions. I tried this and I definitely got some really good reactions. So again, if you guys need the full pattern, just watch the performance so you guys can figure it out. But yes, guys, this is my trick. Comment down below what you think the name should be. I want to start naming the tricks I've come up with. I've never really done that before. But yeah, hope you guys have had a great 2021 so far. Mine's been okay. Again, comment down below what you think I should name this trick. And I will see you guys in the next video. See you later.